I'm Mackenzie Peterson. Hi, I'm Samantha Kiley.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Peterson.
Keep watching GPS 19. It's a great place to hang out.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh, well, that's just the way it goes. The only thing I'll try, big brother, Charlie Brown, is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. His clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. His stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game?
Never been able to fly a kite in the air? Never won a game of checkers? And never successfully punted a football?
His consistency amazing.
I think Charlie Brown has nice shoes. I like his hands.
His shirt is always clean.
It is truly a dog's life, filled with many challenges. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school. Feels so neglected. Charlie Brown doesn't even give me coffee in the morning.
Now I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown. This, my friends, is one of the finest examples of a failure face. Notice how it is failure written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely get to see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face you're liable to see for a long while.
Some days, I wake up early to watch the sunrise, and I think how beautiful it is. The sky's so clear and the sun's so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late. why they stopped to say,
"You're a good man, Charlie Brown."
never liked me anyway.
"You're a good man, Charlie Brown."
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene.
But I was there, I don't know what they mean.
I want to rise like I should and do everything right. But I lie awake at night with questions in my ear. I want to join the dance, but the answer isn't clear. Then I hear,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very, very deep. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince and a prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king. Yeah!
lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Of course, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Lying there and wondering if anybody would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the nights, lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And then there's the day, when I do all those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Well, I guess I better see what I got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And if you're really lonely, when peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Ugh. There's that cute little redheaded girl over there. I wonder what she'd do if I went over and asked her if I could sit next to her. She'd probably laugh in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's no reason in the world why I couldn't go sit next to her. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing. I'm sitting. I'm a coward. She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
Oh, Snoopy, you're such a cute doggy. I'd love to give you a great big kiss. But of course, I can't. The curse of the fuzzy face.
Pigpen, why are you always so dirty? When in the world are you going to clean up?
I fixed me the very best conversations. Who am I to disturb history?
No, Sally, you're thinking of the other dress, the one that I wore to listen to this party. The one I'm talking about is light blue and it had a design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
Something like this. It had a skirt that went out like this, puffy sleeves like this, and a sash like that.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yes, well, that dress I was wearing last week when I met up with Frida, and she told me she just seen an over ad.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. If that little redheaded girl is looking at me with a stupid bag on my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool in the world. But on the other hand, if she isn't looking at me, then maybe I can take it off really quickly and she'll never notice. But on the other hand, it's getting very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me.
What do you think, Schroeder? Someday you and I got married and we were so poor that we had to sell that piano to buy me saucepans.
Saucepans?
Well, certainly. You don't expect me to do housekeeping without a good set of saucepans, do you?
Saucepans?
Girls have to think about these things. Boys are lucky. Boys never have to think about saucepans. Do you know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I'd marry and Sandy plays the piano. At parties and play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Frere Joker. Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married?
Saucepans?
My Aunt Mary was right. Never try and discuss marriage with a musician.
Here's a fierce jungle ape pounding his mighty chest while the other animals cower in fright. He throws back his head and lets out a terrifying roar. Arf! How humiliating. Come on, Charlie. Everyone has little daydreams and ambitions. What's yours?
Oh no. It's not the sort of thing I could tell. No, I don't think I could.
Come on, Charlie, like me. I want to be a princess with a big ballroom, nice slippers, and a white dress.
And I want to be a debonair who rests in long, long country. And I want to be a World War I flying ace, searching to shoot down the infamous Red Baron.
Who asked you, you dumb dog?
Curses. Shot down again. Come on, Charlie. What do you want?
You can tell us. Come on, please.
Well, promise not to laugh.
We promise.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I want to be so athletic that everybody would call me Flash. I want to be so good at everything that my nickname would be Flash.
Rita, listen to this.
Beethoven was fond of taking long walks in the country. He was inspired by the beautiful, peaceful sounds of nature.
Get back here, you blockhead! Give me that ball.
Beethoven had it nice.
The years are going by, and I'm scared, Chuck. What if I grow up and no one ever loves me? We people with big noses are very insecure, you know. Do you think I have a big nose? Huh, Chuck? Do you think someday someone will love me?
Sure, Patty. Sure.
Sure? Sure what? Sure I have a big nose, or sure someone will love me someday?
Well, maybe one day the rest of your face will catch up to your nose. Then someone will love you.
Oh. Hurry up, face.
I think I'll just walk right up to that little redheaded girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll ask her to sit by me. I think I'll ask her to sit by me, and then I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her.
Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I'm a dog. Tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just a little hope of advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown, so we're gonna play a little trick on you.
A trick, Charlie Brown. Do you understand what we're saying?
You understand that today's April Fool's Day, right? You're sure?
Hey, Charlie Brown, guess what?
That cute little redheaded girl over there?
She wants to give you a big hug and a kiss.
Really? That's fantastic.
April Fools! It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Pigpen, do you think I should have my ears pierced?
I have a better idea. Why don't you have your mouth?
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
I've got it!
You give me back my blanket!
No, this is just the start you need to break this disgusting habit of yours.
Apparently you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring old automobiles or collecting model trains or collecting old telephones or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly. And this is good for it helps these men to cope with their everyday problems. Now, I feel that it is going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back, so I'm just going to give it a good yank. A little smooth talking and some fast action. Delightful. La-di-da-di-da-dum, da-da. La-di-da-di-da-dum, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. My blanket and me. sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, for I'm still as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. Don't ever let me do that again. It's foolish, I know it. I'll try to outgrow it, but meanwhile, it's my blanket and me.
When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And I'll live in this big palace with a big front lawn and have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out in my coach, all of the people,
Lucy?
all the people will wave, and I will shout at them and...
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure a person can only become a queen by being born into a royal family of the correct lineage so that she can assume the throne after the death of the reigning monarch. There's no possible way you could ever become a queen.
And in the summertime, I'll go to my summer palace and wear my crown and swimming and everything, and all the people will cheer, and I will shout at them, and... What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. Nobody should be kept from being a queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic.
Good grief.
Sure, it's just a matter of knowing the right people. I bet a few pieces of well-placed correspondence, and I'll get to be queen in no time.
And I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. If I can't be queen, then I'll be very rich. I'll work and work until I'm very rich, and then I will buy myself a queendom.
Good grief.
Yes, I'll buy myself a queendom, and I'll take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. Okay, switch channels.
I'm not one of your royal subjects. What makes you think you can come in here and take over?
These 5 fingers individually are nothing, but when I curl them together, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, your majesty. Why can't you guys get organized like that?
Supper time?
Not yet.
Supper time?
Not yet.
A C? A C? I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture? How could anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? Let me ask a question. Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, isn't that true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on what I learned about this project? Then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you not willing to share my seat? Or was I judged on what I'd learned about this project? Then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you not willing to share my seat? Perhaps I was judged on the quality of coat hangers out of which my creation was made. Now, is that not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers out of which my dry cleaning establishment returns our garments? Is that not my parents' responsibility? Should they not share my seat? Thank you, Miss Akma. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Here, this one's for you. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. This one's for you. Happy Valentine's Day. Come on, you can do it. Just go nervous. All right. Hi. Merry Christmas. Oh.
Hi, Charlie Brown.
Hi. Oh, wait, you dropped something. Say, what are all these?
Valentines, they're for all the boys in our school that I like.
Oh, well, you wouldn't want to lose this one with the initials CB on it.
No, I guess not. Craig Bowman would be very disappointed.
I'd give anything if that little redheaded girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me a Valentine. Maybe she sent me a Valentine, and it's in my mailbox right now. But if there's nothing in there, I'll be crushed. But if there is something in there, I have to check. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
We've been thinking why you didn't get any Valentines this year, Charlie Brown.
We think we figured out. You didn't get any because nobody sent you any.
I've had it. I sent Valentines to everybody in the school this year. And did I get one in return? No, not one. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. Ugh.
Hey, Snoopy, how you doing? What did you say, Tiger? Hi, Fuzzy Face. Hey, Bucky here.
Hiya, Snoop.
You're such a good boy.
Oh, Snoopy, what a cute doggy.
Nobody ever called me Sugar Lips.
Hey, Chuck, do you like me as much as I like you?
I don't know. Do you like me as much as I like you?
Let's not play lovers' games, Chuck.
Hey, Sally,
I'm mad. I'm at the whole world.
are you mad at everyone in the whole world?
I'm mad at everybody.
Are you mad at the animals and the birds and the fish? How about the trees and the flowers?
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Are you mad at the sky and the stars? Are you mad at the ground? Are you mad at the cars and the buildings and the TVs and the circuses and the roller skates and the bracelets?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Are you mad at jump ropes?
I'm especially mad at stupid jump ropes.
Oh, Schroeder, what did you do with the picture of me I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
You touched my picture.
Oh, Lucy, everything is going wrong. I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think what you need most of all is to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Do you really think that will help?
Certainly.
Well, I'll try.
You're not very handsome or clever.
Or lucid.
You've always been stupid at spelling.
And numbers.
You've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles.
Or ping pong.
You're usually awful at parties.
And dances.
You stand like a stick or you cough.
Or I laugh.
Or you don't bring a present, or you spill the ice cream, or you get so depressed that you stand and you scream. Oh, how could it really be true? One small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly flawed as you. And that's just for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly. You don't think that mentioning these few superficial failings will do you any good, do you? Right, Charlie Brown? You really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am.
And nobody likes you, not Frida, or Shirley, or Linus, or Schroeder, or Lucy.
Or Lucy.
Or Snoopy.
No, wait a minute. Snoopy does like me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy.
Oh, why were you born just to be? One small person is thoroughly, totally, utterly, wait. You're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope?
For although you are no good at music, like Schroeder, or happy, like Snoopy, or lovely, like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
You know what? I'm beginning to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please.
Forget it. I thought you said chicks. Why is it I always have my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the green dish? One of these days, I'm going to have my supper in the green dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life is just too short not to live it up a little.
All right, everybody up and out for rabbit chasing today.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, come on, Snoopy. It's a magnificent day to go rabbit chasing. The air is clear, the sun is shining, and the woodlands are feel by open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why spoil it for the rabbits?
Snoopy, where's your old thrill of the chase? Your spirit of adventure. What kind of dog are you anyways?
A sleeping dog. You take it from there.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Wasting a perfectly good day like this? The scent is fresh, the trail is clear. Let's get out there and track us down a big old rabbit.
Well, I got the feeling she's determined. All right, if that's what she wants, she might as well get her money's worth.
We're bound to see lots of game today.
A book report on Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about this stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 words to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very, I like the part where it was
John jumped on the rock to the sheriff of Nottingham's back.
And then Robin and everyone swung from the trees in a sudden surprise attack.
And then got the sheriff and all of his cousins, they carried him back to their cabin.
And the sheriff was guessed at their dinner and nobody wriggled away and he sat in the hall.
And this man rushed in the air.
Peter Rabbit did sorta that kind of thing too.
The other people's name was McGregor. 27 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, ha!
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabrics of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressures so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. Get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. The name of the rabbit was Peter. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, ha! Down came the staff on his head, smash! In Robin fell like a sack full of lead, crash! The sheriff laughed and he left him for dead, ah! But he was wrong. 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, yeah!
It was a sign for the fight to begin. Sing! And then it looked like the sheriff had win, but not for long. Away they ran, just like rabbits. Run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits.
How do they expect us to write a book? They were vegetables and equality in just 2 days, such as carrots and spinach and onions and lettuce and turnips and parsley and okra and cabbage and string beans and parsnips, tomatoes, potatoes, asparagus, cauliflower, rhubarb, and chives.
Not to mention the extreme pressure exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Flopsy, and Cottontail.
Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about the stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit.
Rabbits, 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 rabbits. I haven't even started yet.
Peter Rabbit.
Here's the World War I Flying, high over France in a Southwest Camel, searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, artillery we used to call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Nah, 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 nah. You can't hit me. Actually, tough flying nieces never say, nah, nah. Drat this fog. It's bad enough to have to fight the Red Baron without having to fly over the like this. All right, Red Baron, where are you? You can't hide forever. The sun has broken through. I can see the woods of Montsec below. And what's that? It's a Fokker triplane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Come on, Southwood Camel, go! Go, Camel, go! Ah! He's driving out of the sun! He's tricked me again! I've got to run! Curse you, Red Baron! Curse you and your kind! Curse thee, the evil that causes all this unhappiness! Here's the World War I flying ace, back at the Airdome in France. He's exhausted, yet one thought continues to burn in his mind. Someday I'll get you, Red Baron.
Oh, yeah? That's what you think. Oh, yeah? That's what you think. Oh, yeah? That's what you think.
What?
That's what you lost. Oh, yeah, that's what you think.
Why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's the philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? That teacher gave me on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I put a homework.
Your new philosophy?
My new philosophy, Miss B, I'm she. Look, see, auntie. Well, why are you telling me? My new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy?
Why are you telling me? Philosophy.
That's great, Sally. But I have to go practice Chopin's Sonata and beef.
No. I like it. No. That's philosophy. No.
That's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes. I mean, no. Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze, on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Your new philosophy?
My new philosophy.
Some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of tone. Some
Philosophies
issues, deciding what goes in it.
some take a lifetime.
Mine take a minute.
But Sally, anything that takes a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years to create a brilliant Ninth Symphony.
No,
I can't stand it!
I can't stand it. I like it. It's like a guarantee. My new philosophy. And things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, can't stand it. Now life is free, easy. Much more philosophy with my brand new. You know, someone said we should leave each day as the last day of our lives. Ah, this is the last day! This is it! Help me! I'm 24 hours left to live! Ah! Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. It's my new philosophy!
Alright, gang. I want this to be the biggest and the best game of the season. And I want everybody out there playing with everything you've got.
Charlie Brown, we've thought of a new strategy for you.
Yeah, well, what is it about the team? Only it isn't a little well.
Maybe we thought forfeit. Isn't that a good strategy?
I don't know.
I told you he wouldn't go for it.
I don't understand these managers who don't want to use a good strategy.
What we need is spirit and teamwork.
Charlie Brown, is Lucy playing today? Yes, she is, and she better wear this so she can't kiss him out there.
So if we really grit our teeth, bear down, and
Hey, Chuck, perhaps you should have been playing manager. Perhaps you should have been bench manager.
That's a great idea. You'd be a great bench manager, big brother. You'd say, bench do this, or bench do that.
You could even pick where we put the bench.
Yeah, get some playing field. Say, let's put the bench here, let's put the bench there.
Oh, good grief.
Crap talking to Charles, but I got even with him. I said, you guys think you're so great? Well, Mozart was writing symphonies when he was your age. That really shut him up.
I'll bet it did.
Charlie Brown, what's the sense of playing when we're going to lose? If there were 1,000,000 to 1 chance we might win, it would make sense.
Well, there might not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's at least 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance. Now come on, give me T.
T.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an M.
M.
What have you got?
Team. There is no team like the best team, which is our team. Right here, we will show you we're the best team, and a very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game, and the championship is ours. You'll never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. Charlie was manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always. But somehow or other, disaster struck at the baseball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the bases were loaded with 2 men out. He pitched his curve, but somehow she hit it a good strong cloud. Still we have down by lighting a runner and catching a ball in his teeth. Minus flies from a third-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we have more than to know. You could argue with that. And one run would win us the game as we went up to bat.
Dear pen pal, I've heard where you are is really quite far. Could you please send directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
Get going, you blockhead.
I'm sorry I have to say this right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. And I know your crabbiness has probably become so natural to you now that you don't know when you're crabby, but it's the same. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to just about everyone you meet. Now, I hope you don't think this, Lucy, and I hope you take the spirit that's meant. I think we should all be open to learn more about ourselves. I think Socrates was very right when he said the first rule that anyone should know is know thyself. Well, I guess I said enough. Offended you or anything?
What's Socrates got to do with it anyway, huh? Who was she anyway? Did she ever get to be queen? Tell me that. Did she ever get to be queen? Did she ever get to be a queen? Who was Socrates anyway? Know thyself.
Hey, Charlie Brown, why didn't Snoopy ever listen? He's your dog, isn't he? And you're his master, which means he's supposed to do what you tell him to.
Sometimes I don't think he knows his place. If he was my dog and do what I told him to do, you know what I do, Charlie Brown?
You know what she do?
What?
I would trade him for a couple of goldfish. That's what I'll do.
Why don't you give it some serious thought and do exactly that? Trade him in. Well, why don't you answer?
I'm thinking.
Whatever. He wouldn't dare.
I wonder what would happen if I traded him in for a cat.
I hate cats. To me, cats are the crabgrass on the lawn of life. I'm a cat hater, a cat despiser, a cat loather, and I'm also scared to death of them.
Excuse me a moment, Charlie Brown, but I wonder if you'd mind answering a few questions.
Certainly, Lucy.
Well, I'm conducting a survey to enable me to know myself better. And first of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 is average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to my crabbiness?
Well, Lucy,
Your ballots have not been signed, and all answers will be held in strict confidence.
Well, still, Lucy, that's a very hard question to answer.
You may have a few moments to think it over, or you can just come back to that question later.
I think I'd like to come back to it if you don't mind.
All right. Now, regarding my personality, would you say that mine was A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectionable? Would that be A, B, or C, Charlie Brown? Which one would you choose, A, B, or C?
Well, I'd have to say forceful, Lucy, but
I see. I'll make a mark at the letter A then. Now, would you rate my ability to get along with other people as poor, fair, good, or excellent?
I think that depends on what you mean by get along with other people.
You know, make friends, sparkle in a crowd, that sort of thing.
Do you have a spaceship tension?
Certainly. Now, in reference to my beauty, would you say that I was A, stunning, B, mysterious, or C, intoxicating?
I don't know, Lucy. You look fine to me.
Stunning. All right, now I think we should get back to that first question. On a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75...
I remember the question, Lucy.
Well,
51?
51 is your crowdiness rating. Thank you for helping me conduct the survey, Charlie Brown.
Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, just one more question. Would you answer yes or no to this question? Is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you would want as president of your club or civic organization?
Oh, yes, by all means, Lucy.
Thank you. Well, who asked you? Now that's a 51, none of the above. Schroeder was right. I can already feel myself glowing with self-awareness. Oh, Sally, I'm conducting a
110. C. What? None of the above. No. And what do you do about that dent you made in my bicycle?
It's amazing how fast word of these surveys get around.
What's wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I'm reflecting.
On what?
On something said to me by Schroeder. The love of my life. Schroeder says I'm crabby to everyone that I meet, and I need to know thyself.
Ah, yes, Socrates.
Well, what do you think, Linus? On a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 is average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to my crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
But that's the answer.
Come on, Linus, just answer the question.
Look, Lucy, I know that if I give you any sort of an honest answer to this question, you are going to slug me.
is not based on honest answers is like a house that is built on a foundation of sand. Now, why would I waste my time conducting a survey if I can expect complete candor in all of my responses? Now, I promise not to slug you.
90?
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Of course, it's surprising, but I'm sure Lucy can know now she can't be crabby anymore. Where's everyone? I told them to be here.
You told them to be here.
If we don't rehearse, we can't sing at the assembly tomorrow.
The assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown,
Charlie Brown,
Linus, Luke.
Lucy.
Get back here, you blockhead!
Not until you promise to give me back my crayon.
Linus, that is my best pencil, you block. If you don't give me back my pencil, I'm going to tell Sally what you told me.
Stop that! You better rehearse. You're late.
What'd you say about me, Linus?
You said you were.
Stop!
I'm sorry I'm late, but Snoopy...
There's no time to be sorry.
What'd you say about me?
You said that
Who
you
said
were.
it?
Now remember, this is a mood piece. We must paint a picture with words and music. And concentrate! Now remember, adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. Not on your life, skies are not cloudy all day.
You don't tell me what you told me.
Give me my pencil, blockhead.
Home on the range.
Give me my pencil.
No!
We're here.
Not until you promise not to tell her play.
Trying to do stuff a living.
Where seldom is heard
Give me my
a
pencil.
discouraging word. No promise, no pencil. Skies are not cloudy all day.
What pencil?
No! Give me that pencil. Bright diamonds dancing flawlessly, leisurely down the street.
Why did you take Sally's pencil?
Oh!
Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along.
What did he call me?
He said you were an enigma.
An enigma? Boy, that makes me. Where's your own thing, Nicola? What's an enigma? Oh, never mind.
What's an enigma? Hey, I still got my pencil.
And the sky is not cloudy all day.
Here's a world-famous mystery writer proving once more his masterful command of the English language. It. Sometimes we writers take hours finding exactly the right word.
Hey, Snoopy, here's a letter for you.
I can't be bothered.
But it looks like it's from the magazine you contributed your last story to.
Oh. Well, then open it carefully. There's probably a big, fat royalty check enclosed.
Dear contributor, we are returning your stupid story.
You are a terrible writer and stop bothering us with such drivel. Please leave us alone. Give up, drop dead. Sincerely, the editor.
Well, that's an improvement. Last time they threatened me with legal action.
Hey, Linus. Where are you going?
Patty's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says the older and wiser are responsible for the education of the younger, so she's teaching me. Boy, is she intelligent.
Come on, Linus. Do you see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
Patty, that's amazing.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak, you can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
I never knew that, Patty. That's very interesting.
No, wait a minute, Patty. I don't mean to interfere, but...
Way up there, those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
That's right. They run around all day long, tugging and tugging on each tiny seedling until it grows into a great long blade of grass.
Oh, good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gives so much water. Do you see that bird? It is an eagle, but since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And on Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
I'm sorry, Patty, but how can you say that? I'm sorry, but I just can't stand here idly and listen to the wild...
Way up there, the little stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up just like the flowers.
No, Patty, I know that's wrong. Snow doesn't come up, snow comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it all around so it looks like it's coming down, but actually it comes up out of the ground. Snow comes up, Charlie Brown. It comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Patty, why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark, to make the tree go faster. Come along, Linus. Clouds can make the wind blow, bugs can make the grass grow. So, there you go. These are little known facts that now you know. Sometimes I think I'll pull up the stakes and move out of here. Broaden my horizons, meet new people, blaze new trails of adventure. But something holds me here. Something binds me to this spot. That old supper dish, which is empty. It's supper time and Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. But that's all right. He'll remember a no furry friend comes to greet him after school, when there's nothing but the dried carcass of his former friend. Nothing but the decayed, bleached bones. Then he'll remember.
Hey, Snoopy, we're off to play some baseball.
Oh!
Hey, Chuck, I think there's something wrong with your butt.
Oh!
That's a pathetic act.
Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here with your supper for a full minute and you haven't noticed. It's supper time.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold the brimming bowl of meat and meal, which has been forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon moist and sweet, been too slick or thirst.
Okay, there's no need for a big production. Just get down off your doghouse and eat.
It's supper time, yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time, very best time of day. It's supper time, yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can't supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper time. It's supper time, yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time, very best time of day. It's supper time, yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can't supper be far away? Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me home, 'cause it's supper, supper, super pepper upper, supper, super dupper supper time. Winter time's nice with the ice and snow. Summertime's nice with the place to go. Bedtime, overtime, halftime too, but they just can't hold a candle to my supper time. Oh yeah! Bring on the hamburger, bring on the bun. Pappy's little puppy loves everyone, 'cause it's supper, super pepper upper, supper, super dupper supper, dabba 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 dabba.
Now, stop that. Now, cut that out. Why can't you just eat your meal normally like any other dog?
So, what's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion? Do, 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 do.
You know what I don't understand, Chuck? I don't understand love.
Who does?
Explain it to me, Chuck.
Well, you can't explain love. I recommend a poem or a painting or a song, but I can't explain it.
We'll try.
Well, say there's this cute little redheaded girl.
Cute? Well, why does she have to be cute? Why can't she have a big nose and freckles?
Well, I suppose she could have a great big nose.
I didn't say great big nose, Chuck. Ben.
Like I said, it's virtually impossible to explain love.
What's wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe. No good, Linus. No good.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, and there's not one good reason why I should continue living on the face of this earth.
Yes, there is.
Give me one good reason why I should still exist.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother who loves you. Sometimes I just know when to say the right thing.
I don't know, Sally. It looks like an airplane to me, the way the lights are blinking on and off.
Hey, Schroeder, is that a star or a plane?
I believe it's a star.
But it could be a planet, you know.
Or maybe even a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, never figure out by just sitting here.
I'm going over here to get a closer look.
I like to sit up here after after supper and listening to the sounds of the night. But something seems to be missing. Ooh! In my opinion, that was just what was needed.
That little redheaded girl dropped her pencil at school today. It has teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. This day hasn't been so bad after all.
Happiness is two kinds of ice cream, finding your skate key, telling the time. Happiness
Hey guys, okay, so we just want to thank Miss Forbes, Miss Mooney, and Miss Ike for their really amazing job helping with and directing us in drama. And yeah, this is for you guys.
We'd just like to thank you all for being so supportive to your kids and picking them up from all these rehearsals. And you have been amazing. We really, really appreciate all your support. Thank you.
I smell smoke in the auditorium. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see. Why is everybody always picking on me? That's him on his knees. I know that's him yelling 7, 11 down in the boys' gym. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see. Why is everybody always picking on me? Who's always writing on the walls? Who's always pooping in the hall? Who's always throwing spitball? Guess who? Me? Yeah, you! He walks in the classroom, cool and slow. Who calls the English teacher Daddy-O? Charlie Brown, he's a clown. Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Guess you wait and see. Why is everybody always picking on me? He walks in the classroom, cool and slow. Who calls English teacher Daddy-O? Charlie Brown, he's a clown. Now Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Guess you wait and see. Why is everybody always picking on me?
Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. they seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh.